people.
Hi.
Estamos aqui com uma vista linda. A câmera deve estar meio torta, que a gente colocou vocês aí na toalha, então vai estar meio... Mas é o que tá tendo. That's what we have today.
Yeah.
So we are here in the Chile. E vamos responder as perguntas de vocês. Come on! Problemas técnicos. Vou ficar aqui pra eu não cortar eu. Ai, travou. So, a Ana Beatriz está perguntando se nós somos ciumentos, if we are jealous, e se nós nunca desconfiamos que ele poderia estar e se eu nunca desconfiei que você estaria conversando com mais meninos.
Not jealous, but there are some things that I don't like.
Yeah, we are not so jealous couple. We trust each other's friends.
Yeah.
And we don't have nothing to hide, so my friends know him. His friends know me. So it's not a problem to go out with our friends, just if it's like someone new that I don't know and he doesn't know, he's not comfortable, of course, and doesn't make sense if you're in a relationship. So, and we trust each other about talking with other people. Because we were friends, it was easier to trust each other. Because we were always honest because of friendship, so we have nothing to hide. We always tell everything. So, we trust. Nós não desconfiamos. Nós confiamos. We are disturbing.
They are teenagers.
Talk Turkish.
Merhaba arkadaşlar, nasılsınız? Bugün sizlere bir video çekiyoruz. Videonun içeriği sizden gelen sorular. Keyifle izleyin. Beğenin ve like atmayı unutmayın. Aynı şey. Böyle saçma sapan konuştum.
Aí vocês se viram pra entender o que ele falou, porque eu não entendi nada. Our relation is Brazilian or Turkish? Well, it's a little bit of both.
Yeah.
We are both. There's some things more Brazilian, some things more Turkish.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people say Turks don't show their love, like kissing in the streets and hugging, but Enes is very different. Like, he doesn't care about these things so much. Of course, we respect, we don't do anything.
Yeah, like...
But we are hugging, we are kissing and being carinhoso.
It's good to be close.
Yeah. Is it true that the Turkish are good sellers?
Yeah, I think it's true.
Yes, everything. Enes thinks about the money and how to make money and everything. And I'm learning some things with him also about this.
I also studied international trade.
Yeah.
It's a part of Turkish people.
Yeah, in general, I think Turkish people like to negotiate about selling.
Exactly. Exatamente.
Do you like brechó da charcoal?
Yes, I like it. I am supporting that.
Yes. How do we call each other?
Babe.
I call him Babe and Enes. He calls me Babe,
Sweetie.
Love.
Yeah, but I am not calling you like Barbara.
Yeah, he never calls me Barbara. But yeah, he's more gentle, more kind than me. Does Enes comes to Brazil?
Yes, I will.
Yes, one day. How is the engagement in Turkey?
The engagement is different area to area in Turkey.
Gelin buraya gelin şuraya.
Okay. Well, first, the parents need to meet each other. And after that meeting,
They really make like a night of
yeah,
because of this meeting, you know.
yeah, because it's important for the families. Like there is a word in Turkey, like it's marriage is not about only boy and girl. It's about the families getting married actually. So they need to know each other. They need to see each other. They need to measure each other, and then at that night they.
Ow! Sorry.
At that night, girl and boy can get married, can get engaged, sorry, and then they can set a date for getting married. Yeah, it's kind of like this.
Então é isso, eles fazem um encontro, sim, das famílias, uma noite, assim, um jantar. E aí as famílias conversam, marcam a data e aí então eles estão noivos. Do you think Enes will like Brazil? Yes and no. Like, maybe he will like the people and how things works, like about society, about how free and happy and
Comfortable, relaxed.
yeah, everything
Yeah.
is easy and flexible in Brazil. But I don't think he will like São Paulo or the city in general, the places, because Turkey is really good places.
Istanbul is really good also.
Like if I would be him, I don't think I would change Istanbul for Brazil.
Yeah. Sorry guys.
What you gonna miss the most from Istanbul when you come back to Brazil? I think the sea, being next to the sea. Sorry, Enes. Is Enes ready to be in a distant relationship? A long distance relationship?
Well, I don't want, but we need to be ready for this.
Yeah.
But it will not be so long. We have some dates in our mind, so we hope it will not be so long.
No, long the distance, not
No, the time.
yeah. I mean the distance.
So the distance will be long, but after the time, there will be no distance.
Does he like my curly?
I love. Yeah.
Now
perfect.
it's not so good because we were swimming. aqui toda sendo grossa com ele, coitado. Foi fichinho. But he always, like, if I ask him, should I do my hair curly or straight today? He always say curly.
Curly is the best one.
What do you like to do the most when you're together? Eat and just spend time together, like just enjoy the moment we are together. We don't need much, but of course we like to be in a good place, but we don't need to be like doing something like real program.
Just need to be together.
Yeah.
I like that.
When we try to make a good program, it's never working.
For
Does
sure.
he ask you to date you? Ele me pediu namoro? Não, gente, fui eu que pedi. I did. He didn't know because in Turkey don't have these things.
There are some people do this, but it's not necessary. So,
Yeah, they consider like you're a couple if you are talking every day, if you are going to dates and planning a future together, you are automatically dating. But in Brazil it's not like this, as you know. There's a pedido de namoro, super important. So I did it. I did on Valentine's Day. I sent him a letter and we made an online date, and I asked him, do you want to be my boyfriend? And he accepted.
Yes, I accept it. It was different.
Yeah, but for him we were already dating. We were a couple already.
Yeah.
What is the most cultural difference in our relationship?
What is?
I think it's not exactly about us, but it's about our families, like what his family,
traditions.
the tradition about our families, what his family expects from us, what my family expects from us is very different. I guess it's the only problem we have about culture.
Yeah. Other things,
It's flexible.
yeah, it's up to us.
I'm getting annoyed with this.
Me. You're getting annoyed.
How old are you?
What people guess?
Well, 36. Just kidding.
What?
26.
No, I'm 25.
Yeah. But when I met him, I thought he was older, like 30 maybe.
How?
Because he looks serious.
Okay. Doesn't mean that I'm old.
Yeah, but
People can look serious.
I look like 15.
No, you're 23.
20 what?
23.
Do I look like 23? Okay, so let in the comments how old do I look like an Enes. And let's see what people say. I think they will say 50. Yeah, I think that's it. I know. No, I have more. How old I was? What Turkish people think about Brazilian?
Brazilian. Football.
Yeah, it's
This is
all
the-
connected about football.
And carnivals. And of course, and sadly, it's about boom. Yeah,
That's what you thought when you met me?
no. I'm not ordinary.
And the other question was, have you ever imagined that you would date a Brazilian girl?
No. And I'm lucky to meet her.
No. Yeah, and I never imagined to date a Turkish guy. And yeah, it's working.
Thanks God.
So this was the questions. I hope you enjoyed.
Thanks
And-
for the questions.
Yeah. See you next time.
Ciao.
There's one nickname I forgot to say. It's Sincap. That is, it means esquilo in Turku. I call him like this because he likes to give small kisses, like, and because he eats a lot. And I had the image of a Sincap, like full of food, and it reminds me him. So I call him Sincap. Yeah, that's it. Subscribe, give your join it.